Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Everyone checking in on the market today, we had the FOMC reaction, which ended up being a bearish reaction, not significant, but the momentum was headed to the downside into the end of the day as we closed near the low. A little bit of a triple top, not exactly, but pretty close, a resistance area, 279, 37, 33, and now 48, and now we're pulling back. So we are looking at the exponential supports, which have been holding for weeks. If we lose those levels and keep pulling back, the daily middle Bollinger Band will be the next level, and the bulls are just fine where we can form a higher low on this weekly time frame. Anything above 267.76 keeps the higher low in favor of the bulls. So we have multiple percent of wiggle room that the bulls can see healthy consolidation. There is a gap to be keeping an eye on both the daily and the weekly chart. That's at 273.94. So if things get a little bit extreme in terms of the pullback, meaning I wouldn't anticipate this initial pullback to get to this level, I would anticipate an initial bounce, and then if we were going to fill that gap, likely a little lower high and lower low to get to that point. But if we were to see increasing bear volume tomorrow, that would change my tune, because that would show that the bears do have momentum, with needing to see more than 79 million shares traded to show some significant downside bearish momentum and volume. IWM on the daily, unable to hit the all-time high today, but we did pull back and just barely broke the low of yesterday. So same thing here, we're watching the higher low of 165.23. As far as the weekly chart is concerned, we have a long way we can pull back with the bulls still being in full control. It's pretty much been a straight shot up for 5 weeks in a row to this all-time high. So the initial signs are here now of consolidation, and the question is going to be, how much consolidation are we going to see? We're going to be watching hourly time frames to see if they drop down to oversold conditions and what the bounces look like from those oversold conditions. QQQ is a clear bearish reversal candlestick with a big upper wick of profit taking, and the clear daily higher low here is 173.18. So anything above that level maintains a daily higher low compared to that. Weekly, same thing here. Anything above 166.88 is a higher low on the weekly. A lot of space where we can consolidate, and the bulls will not have any concerns about the midterm trend unless there is high bear volume and further dumpage. VIX on the daily time frame, bulls finally seeing some upside and closing near the high of the day. Next key resistance is 1331. So we have our low, high of the bounce, higher low, and the bulls are trying for a higher high. If we can get over 1331, the next resistance is going to be up around 1391, and it's the weekly resistance to be keeping an eye out as well. There's a ton of moving average resistance all in this area, and it's really, the bulls have to prove themselves by getting over 1331. That is the first level. If you cannot get over that level, the bulls prove nothing. If you get over that level, we start to shift momentum, and we say, all right, what can the bulls do with it here on VIX? How much upside can we see? So that's where we stand as we head into tomorrow. 2 trading days left in the week. We're going to be watching volume. We're going to be watching the financial sector and the tech sector. The financial sector is still rejecting from its middle Bollinger Band weekly resistance for the 4th time now in the past couple of months. That's the wrong one. Let's look at XLF. So snugly in this pattern still. And we'll look to head back down within this pattern. And we're not anywhere near seeing a bear break of this weekly pattern. So we'll see if we pull back, form another higher low, get real tight as we head into July, and look for a financial sector break in July that will give us some more clarity over the last few months. We're either going to lose the higher lows or we're going to lose the lower highs, and that will determine, in my opinion, the S&P 500, because SPY and the S&P 500 are not going to head to all-time highs without the financial sector breaking this pattern bullish, in my opinion, because it is the second heaviest weighted sector in the S&P 500. I appreciate you tuning in. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Have a great night.